What if the real reason you gain weight has nothing to do with willpower, calories, or even exercise? What if millions of tiny organisms living inside your gut are quietly deciding whether your body stores fat or burns it? Inside your digestive system live trillions of bacteria, known as the gut microbiome. These bacteria don't just help digest food, they actively control how many calories you absorb, how hungry you feel, and how your body responds to insulin. In other words, they play a major role in how fast you gain or lose weight. Scientists discovered something fascinating when they compared the gut bacteria of lean people and overweight people. The types of bacteria were different. Some bacteria are extremely efficient at extracting energy from food. They pull more calories from the same meal and signal the body to store more fat. Others help regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and support fat burning. This means two people can eat the same food, the same amount, and still have very different weight outcomes, simply because their gut bacteria behave differently. Your gut bacteria also communicate directly with your brain. They help control hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin. When your gut is healthy, these signals work properly and you feel full at the right time. But when your gut is imbalanced, hunger signals get distorted. You crave sugar, refined carbs, and ultra-processed foods not because you're weak, but because certain bacteria thrive on those foods and push you to eat more of them. Now here's where things get interesting. The modern lifestyle is extremely hostile to healthy gut bacteria. Highly processed foods, excess sugar, artificial sweeteners, chronic stress, poor sleep, and unnecessary antibiotics all damage the microbiome. When good bacteria die off, harmful bacteria take over, creating inflammation and insulin resistance to major drivers of weight gain. This is why many people feel stuck. They diet, they cut calories, but their hunger increases, energy drops, and weight loss slows. Their gut is working against them. The good news is, your gut bacteria are not fixed. They can change sometimes within days, based on how you eat and live. And that's where real, sustainable weight loss begins. When your gut bacteria are balanced, your body becomes much better at regulating weight naturally. One of the most powerful ways gut bacteria influence weight is through short-chain fatty acids. These are compounds produced when good bacteria digest fiber from plant foods. Short-chain fatty acids help control appetite, improve insulin response, and even increase the number of calories your body burns at rest. In simple terms, feeding the right bacteria helps your metabolism work better. But here's the catch. Most modern diets are low in fiber and high in ultra-processed foods. This starves beneficial bacteria while feeding harmful ones. Over time, this imbalance leads to constant hunger, cravings, bloating, and easier weight gain. Another important connection is inflammation. When harmful bacteria dominate the gut, they damage the gut lining, allowing toxins to leak into the bloodstream. This triggers chronic low-grade inflammation. Inflammation interferes with insulin signaling, making it easier to store fat and harder to lose it, even when calories are reduced. Gut bacteria also affect how your body responds to stress. A disrupted microbiome increases cortisol levels, and high cortisol pushes the body to store fat, especially around the abdomen. This explains why stress-related weight gain often comes with digestive issues. What you eat daily sends instructions to your gut bacteria. Fiber-rich foods like vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains help beneficial bacteria grow. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut introduce helpful microbes directly into the gut. On the other hand, frequent sugar spikes, refined carbs, and artificial additives strengthen bacteria that promote fat storage. The shift doesn't require perfection. Even small changes, like adding one high-fiber food per day, can start reshaping the microbiome. Within weeks, appetite regulation improves and cravings soften. This is why some people lose weight without trying once they fix their digestion. Their body stops fighting them. And once your gut is working with you instead of against you, weight loss becomes less about control and more about balance. One of the most surprising things researchers have found is how quickly the gut can change. Within just a few days of changing food choices, different bacteria begin to grow or shrink. This means weight gain is not a life sentence, and neither is slow metabolism. Sleep plays a role here too. Poor sleep alters gut bacteria in ways that increase hunger and reduce insulin sensitivity. That's why people who sleep less tend to crave high-calorie foods and gain weight more easily. Fixing sleep doesn't just help hormones, it helps the gut reset itself. Another overlooked factor is how often you eat. Constant snacking keeps feeding the same bacteria all day long, especially the ones that thrive on sugar. Giving your digestive system breaks between meals allows healthier bacteria to flourish and improves fat-burning signals. What matters most is consistency, not extremes. Supporting gut health doesn't require supplements or complicated plans. It starts with real food, enough fiber, fermented foods when possible, good sleep, and lower stress. When the gut environment improves, appetite becomes calmer, energy levels rise, and weight loss happens more naturally. The biggest mindset shift is realizing that your body isn't failing you. It's responding exactly the way it was designed to respond to its internal environment. Change the environment, and the outcome changes too. When you stop fighting your body and start supporting the bacteria that work in your favor, weight loss becomes a side effect, not a struggle. So the truth is simple. Weight loss isn't just about calories, workouts, or willpower. It begins in your gut. The trillions of bacteria living inside you are quietly influencing your appetite, your metabolism, and even how your body stores fat. By feeding the right bacteria with fiber-rich foods, fermented foods, good sleep, and lower stress, You create an environment where your body naturally burns fat instead of hoarding it. You don't need extreme diets or punishing workouts, just a consistent, balanced approach that supports your microbiome. Once your gut is happy, your hunger signals balance, cravings fade, energy increases, and fat loss happens naturally. Your body stops fighting you, and instead, it becomes your ally. Remember, lasting weight loss isn't about fighting your biology, it's about understanding it. Treat your gut well, and your body will thank you in the form of better health, more energy, and sustainable weight loss.